Hi everyone, it's BDevine and welcome to Divine Miracles channel, and this is the guidance for the month of January. This is guidance for everybody, and as you know, if you've been watching for a while, thank you so much for being here. You know how I do this. I sort of talk about the angel of the month, the messages that are coming through, the key points that we're working on, and also a channeled message. Now this is all written up at my website, and as we speak our website is sort of undergoing a little bit of a facelift, but you can still access everything, and I have created some different readings which are really affordable for you all, and also of course I have my mentoring program and your intensive healing program that you can work with me for 6 to 8 weeks on. So please check those things out. But before I get started, I do want to say again, welcome to this new year, and thank you all so much for being here with me. I love the fact that there's been so much connection over the years with you all on Facebook and all social media and things like that too. Thank you so much for listening to me over all of this time, and you know, letting me have a platform where I can share with you all my feelings on my spiritual journey and what I feel this means for all of us too. Now it's a really hot day in Adelaide, so the window's not open as much as it would be because I'm trying to keep the heat out, but I didn't want to put the overhead light on either, so it is what it is. I also just want to point out that I'm going to be also doing some more tarot readings on here. I know you guys really like the mini tarot forecast, but I want to bring individual forecasts for each month ahead as well, and maybe just tapping into love and relationships, you know, life in general, financial stuff, and our spiritual journey as well. So pretty soon I'll be coming out with those, so look forward to that. And let's see what we're going to be working with. So I've got my little iPad here, and I just want to tell you that we're working with Gabriel for the month of January, and Gabriel is an amazing angel of Annunciation, also known as the angel of the night, an angel of the moon as well, and working with you primarily on speaking up and your messages as well, the messages that you need to receive and the messages that you also need to give to other people too. There's other things that we're working on this month within ourselves on a soul level too, and these are my key points: manifesting your dreams, independence, original ideas, resolutions, new beginnings, creative energy, awakening, and healing codes as well. So as we're speaking, or as I'm speaking and you're listening, there are healing codes that are being given to you on a cellular level that will open throughout the year. And Archangel Gabriel, of course, is doing all that work, so we just be open to that taking place to help us to keep on moving forward, because that's what we really need to do. And I'm so excited for this year because we've all had all kinds of things going on, and it's been a whirlwind of energy. We've been up and down with our healing, we've been trying to work things out, we've had setbacks, and then we start going again. So this year and the feeling for January is like full speed ahead, and things are going to really start to shift. Old things are going to fall away, new things are going to begin, but you really have to have a clear focus about where you want to be, because you know your soul is ready to go to the next level. You know, you as a soul, you're ready to go to the next level, and this huge awakening around each of us is pointing us in different directions. And maybe it's something where you might have been nervous about this in the past, and now you're ready to do things. So it's all very fresh and very new, and we've got some beautiful messages from Gabriel coming up too. So firstly, I will just read to you, because I have this written on my website, but I just want to read to you a little bit about Gabriel and the message that came through. He oversees the element of water, also overseeing Aquarius in general. Tarot cards, the cups. So when you're looking at these tarot cards, you know Gabriel is sort of helping you, and the chakra is the throat chakra. So Gabriel is known as the angel of Annunciation. As I said, I need to hang on to this so I'm not looking away. The angel of Annunciation, and also the angel of Resurrection. This month will hold special energy, astronomically as well as spiritually, as we begin to truly walk the path that we are destined for, which has brought much we have needed to achieve and release to the surface. Okay, it's like this need to do things. Our sense of purpose and our intuitive energy is extremely strong now, and we ask Archangel Gabriel to join us to resurrect the flame within that calls us to our own special pathway. Gabriel can help create special filters on our inner hearing so that we're not picking up anything that we don't want to hear. In our lifetime, there'll be things in which we also need to share, and this month you may be called into service to help others or bring special messages to other people. Trust that you'll be led and that you'll find that you're able to speak up when you need to with just the right things that you want to say. Each of you are teachers in your own way, and it's time to share your knowledge as a way of also inviting a lot more in. Relationships with others will change and truths will be revealed. Anytime you would like a clear answer or a clear direction, Gabriel can not only bring the changes but also prepare the way ahead, taking care of details quickly. Don't be surprised about your abilities shifting. It may take some time getting used to all of your senses working properly, and also your dream energy will be very different, with some of you having very prophetic dreams. It's time to write down your goals, dreams and plans and pay attention to all the signs around you this month. Okay? What a relief to be in such different energy now. So let's just enjoy it. Okay? The crystals you can work with are amber, larimar, aquamarine, hematite and lapis lazuli. The essential oils which I felt were peppermint, wintergreen, ginger, chamomile and lemon. And incense might be blue jasmine or superhit. Okay, so you can read more about the different elements as well at my website too. You know, there's a lot in that, the elemental kingdom. And okay, so the key points for January: manifesting your dreams. So it's about time that it's about time that we are able to manifest our own dreams, because perhaps in the past we've been helping other people to manifest theirs. And I know it was really important for me to focus on myself and bring myself into you know, exactly what I want to do with the work that I do with all of you, and there couldn't be any distractions to that. And I found myself becoming distracted towards the end of last year, and now I'm just really focused. Like, I've got so many ideas, it's not funny. And you may find yourself doing this as well, where, you know, you're trying to work on the things that you have, you know, long held dear to yourself, the enjoyable moments that you've had. You maybe want to have more of that. You don't want to be held back by circumstances and situations and things that may have held you back in the past. You're just ready to push forward. And this is what Archangel Gabriel is really good at helping us do. Creating a quick finish and a quick beginning to the next phase of your life. It's really important that everybody, you know, whether it's relationships or situations, whatever is going on in your life, that you are focused on, you know, the best outcomes, and that you're focused on your dreams and your goals too. That you're not giving all of your energy away to everybody else, trying to keep the peace or trying to keep the balance and things like this. It's really important that you are more centered and clear, and you just do that little bit each day towards your own manifestation of your own dreams, because we all have different things that we want to achieve, and there's no good holding yourself back and helping everybody else achieve them when, you know, you really want to do something yourself, because that builds a sense of resentment that nobody wants to have around. Okay, so manifest your dreams, focus on these things, you know, work on the law of attraction and work on ways in which bringing an emotion into what it is that you really want. You know, feel what it's like to really have it, and don't doubt it for a second, because this is the year things are really going to start happening. Independence. Okay, so for January, this is what I'm talking about, a need to be focused and to do things in your way, and to feel strong enough to be independent if that's what your direction in life is. And even if you're in a relationship, there should always be some independence between the parties, you know, where you're doing your thing and they're doing their thing, and there's time apart, and then obviously time that you come together as well. But independence is really, really important, because once you feel it, you feel confident within yourself as well, and you're able to move forward a lot faster in your life. You know, you won't have all this worry holding you back. Original ideas. So as I was saying before, there's a lot of ideas that are coming to the surface. We've been doing a bit of a review of where we've been in the past, and we certainly don't want to keep on repeating those things, although sometimes we are fearful that things will repeat. And in that case, we tend to just break away from situations sometimes. But you're getting a lot of ideas that are your own, and it's really time that you start putting these things into practice, even a sense of building something. And then if you're stuck for money or something like that, do all the groundwork behind it, and then trust that when you're finished and it's all ready to go, that the money will be there. You know, no point saying, well, I haven't got the money to do it, so I'm not going to do anything for it. Do all the groundwork, and trust that, you know, when the time is right, you'll be out there. You know, some of you may be starting your own businesses, or wanting to do workshops and seminars and things like that, and you may be nervous at making speeches, nervous about what other people will think, and this is where Gabriel can help you, you know, and help you to say just the right things in just the right time, in just the right way. But the ideas need to be there. So make sure you're journaling as much as you can this month, and really starting to allow the ideas to flow. Resolutions are happening too. So where at the end of 2017 we were just scrambling to finish everything up, we may not have really resolved anything, or feel like things are still maybe up in the air a little bit. So this is the month where the resolution happens, there's a closure that you need, and you're able to lift yourself forward. And sometimes if you can't get a resolution from someone else, just resolve to do it yourself, you know. Close things off, use your forgiveness, you know, use your heart, and close things off and keep on moving forward. And that is really, really important for this whole year, that we just keep charging ahead no matter what is thrown at us. New beginnings happen. So it is the, you know, beginning of the month, all things new, all of this. You know, you may have been feeling this surge of energy, especially when we had the super moon at the very beginning of January. It was like, whoa, some people couldn't sleep, and people were, you know, just really full of energy, and some people were really wiped out. I'm the sort that sort of gets a little bit, I get energized towards the night time, but during the day when it's a full, I know it's going to be a full moon, that's when I really start to drag myself around. But this year was a little bit different, but we're heading into all these new beginnings. So we don't want to keep on repeating the things from the past and bringing the past with us into our future either. Creative energy, you know, you've got it all. We've all got it in some way in our life. There's all things that we can do that will take our mind off other things. Things that you can do with your hands, and drawing and writing, and, you know, creating things. Some people like to do mechanical side of things, and you know, some people just like to cook, you know, whatever it is for you that's creative. Keep on bringing that creative energy into the month, into the year as well, as a way of helping you to focus, and also getting rid of anything that you don't need, all those recurring thoughts and that. And I just really feel a huge shift with everybody, and the theme for the whole month and for the whole year is we shift higher still, you know, and we're just lifting and lifting and lifting. So we may go down, but not like we used to go down, you know, not like the years we've had previous where we're really at rock bottom. We'll go down, but it won't keep us down, okay? Awakening. And that's what awakening is. It's when you finally work something out and you don't do it anymore. It's when you finally see a reason behind situations in your life and you feel appreciative, you know. we see the blessings in disguise, and we start to have an awakening inside us, like a big epiphany, like, oh, now I know why that happened, or why it needed to happen, why I should have let it go, you know, why I needed to move forward, and I didn't understand at the time, but now I'm doing it. And then when we feel that same kind of emotion or situation coming up, we can quickly deal with it. In the past, it may taken us longer to do it. I just get this feeling that we're not wading through so much mud this year. It's like, it's not thick and hard for us to walk through. It's like, oh, that's happened. Oh yeah, it's like, you know, straight over the speed hump kind of thing. Yep, that person's doing that, so what, blah, 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 keep on going, you know. And this is this awakening feeling inside of us, and also reaching more for our own things without feeling terribly bad about it, or responsible for everyone else, or guilty for our feelings and things too, okay? And the healing codes, of course, there are going to be these healing codes that are placed, and they're just gonna, it's just gonna be like a button turning on inside of us. Okay, this person's ready now, boom, and you know, the healing starts to happen. And when healing starts to happen, especially for me and anyone who knows me, I go like totally on fire. Like my hands start to heat up. I could be talking to someone, just going out to tea, and I could just be talking to someone, and I'm picking up that they need some kind of healing. So my whole body starts to activate. It's like I have to say, no, 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 the person hasn't, you know, it doesn't even know you. You can't be going around and, you know, healing anyone or anything like that. You got to wait, you know. But it's really difficult at times because I feel that intense heat. So instead of, you know, letting it go to waste, I put it down into the earth while I'm talking to someone. And hopefully, you know, that in itself is enough to help the person. We can always send a wish or a vision of healing for someone. And I often tell people, especially it tends to be mums, we worry about our children. You know, we worry about what they're doing and all this kind of thing. And the worry just like sits on your shoulders. And the trouble is that that's all your child is picking up, is all this worry energy, because they're so connected to you. You know, they're not seeing the love behind it. They're just feeling this worry, you know. So instead of the worry, envision them doing really, really well, you know, and imagining that these amazing creative energies going around them, and these amazing healing energies around them, and they're lifting, you know. And I always created like pyramids at my kids' doors and things, because I live with my two oldest sons, and they really just sit around and do nothing really, but but you know, you want them to do stuff, and you're trying to do things, but it's a worry, it's an anxiety, you know, it's a feeling of, come on, you know, you've got to hurry up and do this, and they're just chilling out and doing whatever they're doing. So I created these this love triangle at each of their doors, and inspiration energy around them, and put crystals in their room and stuff like that. Gave them a tray of crystals to pick, you know, like their own crystals out, so that it would attune to them, you know. And I don't know whether it's working yet, but but I'm sure it's doing more for them than that constant nagging, or that constant wishing, or that constant worry, you know. So we've got to do these things and try to lift that cloud. And also another thing that came also is when you're doing any kind of work, sometimes people in your office building or wherever it is that you work, people that you come into contact with, they have a lot of worry and energy, or a lot of anxiety energy, and they bring it with them. And if you're really susceptible to that, you could start picking it up too. So start creating like healing codes, or healing pyramids, or healing symbols, like I've taught you before, like in other words, thinking of a shape and then giving the shape a color, and then calling it your work crystal or something, or your work healer, you know. This is going to help everybody at work. This is going to be my uplifting symbol. This is going to be my symbol for peace. This is going to be my symbol for extreme healing. This is going to be my symbol for when I go shopping. And create all these things in your mind and place them everywhere, and then take the worry away, you know. And the more that we can do this, the more that we can use our consciousness, you know, our thoughts for positive things, the easier our life becomes in so many ways. And at least your shopping experience is going to be better, because the more you put up these symbols at the shops, like I know I go to my regular shops, you know, I've got regular ones that I go to, my favorites. The energy in there is amazing, because when I first used to go in there, I used to just want to go to sleep as soon as I got home. But now I'm like, activate that, activate the symbol, and before I even go in there, you know, activating things. And you can see the smiles on people's faces. It just didn't happen before, you know, and it's just so much better. And I think too, a lot of people that have been doing this, I think a lot of people are picking up on this too, and so it just adds that bonus energy. I mean, Christmas time, normally when you go shopping at Christmas, it is bedlam, isn't it? You can't get a park, you can't do anything like that. It's just difficult. This Christmas it was so peaceful. I don't know whether it was like that for you guys, but it was so totally different from every other year. I think everybody got their shopping done early, I don't know, but it was just like I got a park right out the front of the shop, and I'm just like, what? I'm a last minute shopper, and I'm always a last minute shopper. I do it every year. Every year I say, nah, I'm gonna be right. I'm gonna get everything done, and it comes down to like the last weekend of shopping, and I'm like, I must get all this stuff, you know. But the energy inside the places I went to, as long as I remembered to activate this thing before I got there, you know, it was so much better. But that's what we're learning to do. Whatever we're thinking about, it's creating. You know, we're creating all the time, and we've got to just be careful of what's going on up here. Okay, so let's get the message from Gabriel out to you all. See, I get talking and all of a sudden it's like 20 minutes later. Okay, that's what you got to understand when you get a reading from me, and it's like an MP3 recording. It might be 45 minutes, it might be an hour and a half. I am talking that entire time, and I don't miss a beat. Anyway, message from Gabriel. Dear beloveds, this time has come for a great shift on the earth, which is it's been preparing for a very long time, and now the timing will be right to swiftly enact the change on earth, making things smoother, easier, and more peaceful for you. All you have to do is have the highest of expectation for yourself, a special kind of belief in yourself, which is different to how you may have seen yourself in the past. As you change the way in which you vibrate, the situations immediately adapt to this new direction, and forward you go, with the strength of the universe behind you. You can always choose to lower your vibration again and sink back into hard times, but you can instantly choose to lift and shift upward and be embraced in loving light. I am here as one of the angels who remind you just how precious you are. Some of you have faced repeating patterns of events in your lives, and it's time to understand the patterns and what emotions you're not changing. Once you tap into your repeating emotion, it changes as you let it go and move forward. Expect surprises this month, changes in location for some people, an upward shift in abundance and business in general. Truths to be revealed, healing, changes, endings and beginnings to happen. Stay optimistic as you navigate through, and keep yourself in balance. And when you feel out of sync with your path, it is time to realign your thoughts, clear your energy, shake your shoulders back, and get in tune again. I'm with you always. Just be sure you're asking, then follow the guidance we angels convey through your heart. Love and many blessings always, Archangel Gabriel. And you can read more about readings and attunements, distant healing. There's free ebooks there for those. There's heaps of articles at my website, and I'm going to start writing some more articles for you all. And I want to do an empath guide too, like, you know, the healer's guide to empathic situations or something. I'll come up with a good title for it, so you all can start to benefit from protecting your energy. So something that I've set up for myself, instead of physically taking on all these people's stuff, is before it gets anywhere near me or anywhere near my auric field, I'm like, you know what, you angels need to alert me in some other way. And immediately I heard, well, you need to listen to us when we do that, because you're not listening sometimes. Do you know what I mean? So we've got to do it two ways. But I do it so that it just can't absorb in, you know. Sometimes it wants to, but I'm aware of it much quicker than I would have been in the past. But being an empath, being a healer, go together. Working with people, you're going to be an empath in some way. Okay, you're going to feel something in some way. You may be in tune to animals, and animals just bring us that unconditional love energy, don't they? But when you start to become a bit more of a medical intuitive, this is also something I'm going to be teaching you guys in the future. You can tune into animals and their energy as well, and nature, and start to they respond straight away. Animals respond to crystal energy, they respond to healing hands, they will respond to your calm nature as well. These are all things that we're going to start to get to know and to use in our life too. So I really hope that you enjoyed the messages for January, and I'd really like to hear from you sometime if you'd like a reading with me. I am based in Adelaide. If anyone is in Adelaide and you guys would like personal healings, personal readings, or a group reading where a whole lot of you come over and have tea or something and then come and see me, I'm more than happy to do those kinds of things too. But until the next time, hope to see you on all social media at Devine Miracles, and keep an eye on my website, because some things are changing. It's going to be a lot easier to navigate, and there'll be a lot more information coming too. So have an awesome January. I will be here with breaking down all of the star signs as well, from January going into February, in different areas of our life too. So stay tuned for that one. Let me know what kind of videos you guys would like to see more of, and I'm going to do my best to start slotting things in. So till the next time, wishing you lots and lots of love, many, many blessings, and know that you've got someone on your side always. And goodbye for now. Bye.